say those Faroon zealots worship a snake.
What can I get you? Good work. I hope you made him squirm. No, that's exactly how you send a message. Still, I won't argue with results. Thanks. Styx is gonna get a new paint job, a coat of wax, the works. He's gonna look brand new. Oh, and here, for your trouble. You know, Styx, crime in this city gets worse by the day. Vandals, thieves, gangs.
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query.
I've had a few miners go missing after nights out in Neon. Watch your step, Dusty.
Look, man, have a heart. I can't pay right now, but I'll spot you next time, okay?
Do I look like an idiot? Tell me, do I have a sign that says idiot taped to my back?
No?
I know what you've been wasting your money on. Damn junkies. You pay the posted price, or you don't get anything at all. I'm running a business here. I don't give handouts.
Okay. Jeez, sorry.
Yes. Can I help you? All of our items are guaranteed to be of the highest quality. Oh my goodness, that's such a relief. You have no idea. Thank you for accepting my offer. Headlock's quite a dangerous gentleman. I believe you can find him hanging out somewhere in Epside near Frankie's Grab and Go. No one knows. Seok are sleek, well-dressed mobsters. They aren't low-life gang members. Why they choose to hang out at a run-down little convenience store like that is beyond me. Whatever it takes, just don't go getting yourself killed on my behalf. Anyway, that's really all I know. Head back here when you've taken care of the situation. Good luck. I believe he's a newer member of Seoka. They pulled him up out of one of the street gangs that crawl through our sewers. If you're wondering how I know about that, he boasts about it every time he comes in here. He's quite a large gentleman. I believe you can find him roaming the street somewhere in Epside near Frankie's Grab and Go. Look, if he somehow disappeared, you'd be doing everyone in Neon a favor. No one would miss him, no one would care. It was good to have you in my shop. Farewell.
Haven't seen a leech in a while. City got...
Can't talk right now. Neon isn't going to repair itself.
Hope you're a paying customer. Never heard of him. Now, are you gonna buy something or just annoy me all day? Well, now that I know you're serious, we can talk business. Yeah, I know Headlock can't stand them. And I heard some of the other Sioka can't either. That boy doesn't know how to keep himself out of trouble. What'd he do this time? Well, if any place should be terrorized, it may as well be the Emporium. In any case, if you're so desperate to find him, he and his friends are probably hanging out in Warehouse 4, somewhere near there. I gotta ask, what are you gonna do with him? I have no affection for him whatsoever. He's a good-for-nothing thug, and a boastful one at that. I wouldn't mind seeing him get smacked around and put in his place. But that doesn't mean I think he should be killed. That's one way to punish him. You'll just bore him to death. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a business to get back to. If you aren't gonna buy anything, you better run along. Just the usual. Solomon thought a small convenience store with cheaper prices would make a killing. Of course, the only killing made was when he got himself shot in a robbery. Now it's just me running this place, so you can see why I'm not a huge fan of strangers in my shop. I may not be on the main strip, but I make enough to keep me afloat. Lucky for me, my regulars are a devoted crew. Mostly tied up in those good-for-nothing gangs. Those disciples and strikers always fighting over who gets to run the place, and not giving a damn over whose lives they ruin. Come again.
I need a drink.
Can I help you?
Rachel, we're gonna celebrate 10 years together.
Oh my god, congratulations.
I've seen plenty of miners blow a whole paycheck in one night at the Astro Lounge.
Do I have business with you or something? And who do we have here? You here for business, or to get your head caved in? Is that so? I'm not just some low-life thug anymore. I'm with the Sioka now. You mess with me, you'll mess with the whole syndicate, and that won't end well for you. Tread carefully, then. The Sioka isn't something you want to be messing with. So go on, hotshot. Give me a reason why I should leave Tevin and his shitty little store alone. They realized I'm an asset, of course. I'm one of their best guys. I'm tough, dependable, and I make a lot of money for the syndicate. Go on, enlighten me. But don't waste my time. Oh, come on. I couldn't give less of a shit about these so-called enemies. I do it because I like doing it. I don't need any benefits from it. Looking over your shoulder in Neon can get old. It's annoying how you're making sense right now. It kills me to say this, but I see your point. Fine. We won't go around to the Emporium any longer. Whatever. Next time, I might not be so nice.
I thought the Neon Mining League was just a punchline until I saw the shop myself.
That side's a bad place for tourists.
Queue for a cup of coffee right about.
You are the best, and you deserve the best. We are the Emporium, and you...
Headlock will destroy our shops if he isn't taken care of soon. I appreciate your help with this matter, but please, don't get yourself killed on my account. Oh my. Now that is a true relief. I thought I would never be rid of him. I'm not one to get involved with the rabble, so I'm glad you came along when you did. Thank you for your help. Come back soon. You never know what we'll have for sale.
Look, man, have a heart. I can't pay right now, but I'll watch you next.
Hello. I'm sorry if I sound rude, but would you mind coming back later? We're actually closed right now. I just forget to pull down the shutters. Oh, you're so kind. I really appreciate what you're trying to do, but I don't feel strong enough to talk about it right now. Perhaps another time, when I'm feeling up to it. Yes, of course. Please forgive a foolish old woman for forgetting her manners. By all means, take a look. Hello. I'm sorry if I sound rude, but would you mind coming back later? We're actually closed right now. I just forget to pull down the shutters. I'm afraid so, but I don't really want to talk about it right now. Perhaps another time, when I'm feeling up to it. I'm afraid not, but come back tomorrow and perhaps I'll be strong enough to speak to you. Right now, I can't.
It'll work itself out.
I'd rather not get mixed up.
Rather be doing this than getting mixed up with banks. So what do you say?
Aren't you the one I saw running away from that crazy guy?
You're instrumental, Glenn, you know, the ready to make your ultimate discovery?
Good to see you again.
have been changed. Query, why did you change me? Assumption. Anger and rage are the appropriate human responses. Context. I will destroy you. Calculation. Your odds of survival are minimal. You made a big mistake.
This would make an excellent place for an outpost.
No wonder no one will work for you. My man is missing, and you're all just here, what? Waiting for him to wander back through the gate?
Mr. Halfton, we are trying, but we don't have the manpower.
And now half my crew thinks your little band of convicts is just waiting to drag us off and scrap us for organs.
Mr. Halftown, our security officer has been put into the infirmary trying to find your worker. We're doing everything we can. All I ask is that you and your crew be patient. You have nothing to fear from us convicts. We are handling it.
Then get it done. Or else we are going to have problems.
You have my word. I'm sorry, love, but the Elios retreat isn't taking new residents right now. We've had some issues. A missing person chief among them. But you're welcome to rest up and refuel here as long as you'd like. So long as there's no bounty hunter after you that's going to kick my brand new door off its hinges. Well, at the moment, it's primarily a collection of shipping containers and unused construction materials. But the plan is to make this place into a growth and education residence for the galaxy's incarcerated. We'll offer job training and a support network for folks that otherwise just while away their days in prison just because they didn't have the credits to pay their own bounties. Get them all the tools they need to set up regular, boring lives like the rest of us. I know it can work. Have the notation to prove it. We did an 18-month pilot program before we started setting up shop here. We're happy to now call 2 of the participants employees of this very facility. They just needed some help getting their footing. And once this place is open, we're going to expand on that success. Well, thank you. Always striving to make my presence in the universe a net positive. But still got a lot of ground to cover. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to listen to me blabber. You're probably exhausted. Monica should have any supplies you might need. She's just out front of the main building. And our ship services tech is out near the landing pad if your vessel needs some tending to. And if you need anything else, or just want to talk, you come find me. But once we officially open our doors, the retreat's going to have to be a lot of things to the formerly incarcerated folks we plan to bring here. Residence, school, a place for reflection. Nevin, he handles everything infrastructure related, while I take care of everything our residents might need to get them moving along healthier paths. I make sure we've got the facilities to support everyone. I arrange all our occupational training. Even got my counseling certification a few years back so I can serve as a compassionate ear when people need it. Well, like I mentioned, the retreats are a modest attempt to change how the galaxy deals with those who find themselves on the wrong side of the law. Once we're open, the goal is to take in people whiling away in prison because they couldn't pay their bounties. We'll get them job training and a support network. All the tools they need to set up regular, boring old lives just like the rest of us. We're trying to do what we can to help those who need it. That the truth? Because I can't say it's going to be easy work. But if you found the construction crew's missing man, we'd all owe you. This planet is not the most accommodating to human life. It's wild, empty, and the local fauna, well, they're not big fans of humans. So while I will absolutely take your help if you're offering it, I just want you to be aware, I don't expect it's going to be a walk in the park. Well, he was last seen a few days ago, so we don't think he could have gotten far. We sent our lone security officer to find him, but things didn't go according to plan out there, and now he's taken up residence in our infirmary. So if you're offering, we'll absolutely take the help. I appreciate the moxie, but let's just start with the one. First things first, you want to speak to Greg D'Angelo, our security officer. He was wounded searching for our worker, Mr. Killman's trail. He should be able to get you pointed toward Killman's last known location.
Who are you? Can't the guy heal in peace? I got gored. Was out hunting for this dimwit construction worker when something comes charging out of the overgrowth and puts a horn or a claw or something in my gut. I never got a good look at it, but it must have been huge because it laid me out. It took me 6 hours of crawling to get back here. So unless you need something right now, I'd love to get back to closing up the hole in my torso. Sloan found someone else, huh? Well, hopefully, you'll have better luck than I did. I managed to turn up some tracks outside the facility. Bit of a hike, though. Not sure if they were Killman's, but Ixal's not exactly a bustling metropolis. There was a cave system I scanned nearby, but I got attacked before I could look any further. Next place I was planning to visit once I was on my feet again. I'd start there.
Halftown's furious about how this has all gone down, but can you blame him?
I'm not going back. Stay away. Oh God, please, please don't put me back in the bag. I'll do whatever you say, just please, not the bag. What happened? You're not here to... I was kidnapped. He caught me off guard after hours, threw a bag over my head and marched me off. But I escaped. But then these creatures started hunting me. So I ran in here, and I've got no food, and I'm so hungry, and... Please, take me back. I just want to go home. No, he kept the bag over me the whole time. I heard his voice, but he honestly didn't say much when I was around. I need this to be over. Please. Please, can we go? Please? Oh, thank God. Come on. Let's get the hell out of here. You do know the way back, right?
actually found him.
You found him.
There's a face I never told.
Killman! Killman's back! Mother of God, kid. What happened?
I was walking out, and someone threw a bag over my head. They took me... I don't know. It smelled like the inside of a first aid kit. I had to sleep on a steel floor and...
Which one of you crooks bagged him, huh?
Us? Why the hell would we do that? Waste of a perfectly good bag.
You're rambling, kid. Come on. Just get you cleaned up. You smell like used welder's gear.
Mr. Halftown, I have some medical training. I'd be happy to.
You stay away from me. I want whoever kidnapped my man found and dealt with. Understand? I don't care if it's one of your people or mine or a fucking ghost. Find them.
Of course. We'll do what we can. But...
I'm not interested in excuses. I need to know who did this. Just find my man's kidnapper. Now.
I never thought I'd be excited to see this place again.
I guess it might have been a bit naive for me to hope for a happy reconciliation, but you brought him back safe. That's what's important. Here, you have my sincerest thanks. But now, we've got a whole new thread to pull on. What are the chances I'd be able to convince you to help us find our kidnapper? Fine. I'm sure I can convince Nevin to trim some fat in the construction budget. Now, Mr. Killman didn't seem to have a lot of information, but I caught at least one or two bits I think could help us find our kidnapper. He did, didn't he? Industrial antiseptic would be my guess. I know that smell. There was a building we were evaluating as a possible site for the retreat not far from here. An old research outpost. Seems like a decent match for the description of our kidnapper's hideaway. Here, the facility's coordinates. Head out there and see what you can find. You seem to have weathered that trek well enough. Were you able to find anything at the facility? It certainly is. Monica, anything you can do with this?
I can take a look. Oh, it's encoded. Made to look scrambled. And done badly. Looks like... there. Seems there were 2 of them. Oh my god. It's all here. The accidents, the kidnapping, Greg's attack. These 2. They did it all.
Any mention of who they are? They're not with the construction crew, are they?
No names. But there are a pair of ID numbers. They're with the Trackers Alliance.
The Alliance sent 2 bounty hunters? Here? But our bounties are all paid.
I'm not seeing an Alliance contract or documentation. I think this is off the books.
So, a couple of trackers have decided to haunt us on their own free time. Why?
Doesn't say.
It's the official guild of the galaxy's bounty hunters, known for relentlessly stalking their targets in pursuit of a payday. To a tracker, any person with an outstanding record is a coin purse, ready to be cut open and emptied of value. Regardless of the circumstances surrounding said person's record, there are few groups more ruthless. Though, it's surprising that they've intervened here, where there's no obvious money to be made. That certainly seems in the realm of possibility.
So then this is an easy fix. They're bounty hunters. We pay them to leave us alone.
And make ourselves a target for every other hunter in the universe. We need to take a stand.
Says the one guy physically incapable of taking one.
We're not doing anything until we actually find them. Any mention in there of where our trackers might be now?
Sounds like they're on a supply run, outside the system.
Then we got a little time. Given their background, and ours, I expect you're the only person here they might actually listen to. Would you be willing to act as an emissary on our behalf?
Slate's not big on details. There's 2 of them, they're clearly armed, but that's about all we've got to go on.
But trackers aren't usually the type to take prisoners when it's not required. So the fact that they've thus far remained largely non-violent, well, it means they might be willing to negotiate. With the right person, of course, which I think in this case is you. I'm certain we can find a way to solve this without resorting to violence.
Let's just pay them and be done with it. I mean, we clearly need more manpower anyway. I'll hire them on as contractors.
To hell with that. We know where they live. Let's have our friend here get the drop on them and send them to the great beyond.
The last thing we need is the galaxy thinking that's how we solve our problems around here, Mr. D'Angelo. I would request you try to avoid any violence. But if you're looking for suggestions on how to proceed, well, it seems we've got opinions to spare. careful with these trackers. You don't get into their line of business without a vicious streak. Love, I can only guess at what these two might be after. But it's clear they perceive something about us as a threat. They're afraid. And all you can do with fear is try and understand it. So, just listen to them, okay? Hear what they have to say. And see if you can make whatever it is they're worried about a little less scary. Good luck out there.
You looking for my suggestion? I don't think they're gonna respect anything other than force.
I think there's a clear way to
Sloane's
solve
not
this
gonna be
problem.
happy if you handle
But the ultimate way forward, I suppose, falls to you. I think you should offer them money, and I'm willing to help. Here, all I have liquid at the moment. Hopefully it'll be enough. I'm the facility's chief administrator, co-head of the whole retreat with Sloane. She handles most of the resident side of things. Making sure we've got the right people for the program and those people have the right tools to succeed in their own development. I keep the lights on and make sure things hum along smoothly. Currently, very little. But once we're open, should that day ever come, we hope to have all manner of training and personal development courses available for our residents. Most of our staff are formerly incarcerated themselves, so we hope to be able to provide a level of service unlike any other in the galaxy. I am the sole exception. I was a neighborhood administrator for years in New Atlantis. Was tasked with maintaining the Wells section of the city. Home to many of the UC's most underprivileged citizens. I saw firsthand what havoc the bounty system could cause in a neighborhood. Parents in prison, money funneled away from basic needs. It can become a cycle. Here, we hope to give people the tools to escape it. Take care, please.
What's up? You want to talk negotiation strategies? I'll help as best I can. I had to deal with my fair share of their kind over the years. You don't get into that job to make it rich. You get into it to be your own boss and prove how tough you are. So, my advice? Let them know that pushing around a bunch of counselors just makes them look like bullies, not tough. Most of the staff here are. Got me for digital intrusion and grand larceny. Was in a bad place. Needed a lot of funds. Fast. So I hacked a couple Galbank servers. Had maybe 6 years left on my sentence in Aquila when Sloane and Nevin swooped in. They said they'd pay off my whole bounty if I ran through their pilot program. I didn't have much else going on, so I said sure. It was hard work, but Sloane, the woman is compassion in human form. She stuck with me. And now I'm here, running the retreat shop and maybe someday one of my own. Sure did. Anyone who commits to joining the program gets their bounty paid off by the retreat. Not sure who's footing the bill, though. I presume it's coming from outside donations because Sloane and Nevin aren't exactly rolling in cred sticks. Try not to be too awestruck. Be careful with those goons.
You deal with this however you want. Those two deserve to be kebabs. But what do I know? Watch your back out there, okay? Watch your back out there, okay?
Who's that?
No clue. You! Who are you and what the hell are you doing here?
And just who the holy hell are you?
See? I told you Kilman was gonna lead them to us. Should have slit his throat when we had the chance.
Quiet. Listen, unless you're here to tell us those convicts have decided to close up shop, then we've got nothing to discuss. That's so. Listen, it's not like this is personal. Well, they have shaken off a lot so far. What? That's not what this is. We're tough. Fine. We'll leave the retreat alone. Can't make any promises about us being the last, though. Just get out, all right?
There you are. You were gone for quite a while, love. Are you all right? Were you able to find our trackers? That's the best news I've had in quite a while. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, love. This place, all of us, we are in your debt. There is just one last piece of business, though. Nevin asked to speak to you, in private. He's waiting for you up in the office.
Ah, there you are. So, first things first, I need to say, well, thank you. And we are exceedingly grateful for it. It's just, the situation you set right, with the trackers, it's one we don't want to find ourselves in again. Luckily, we have someone, our founding donor in fact, who has offered to reach out to the Alliance, ensure their good behavior going forward. Before she does, however, she's asked for the details of what exactly occurred. I've already shared my own insights, but, well, she wants to talk to you too. Is that something you might be amenable to? Our benefactor has said she'd prefer to do the introductions herself. But you can rest assured she wants only to thank you in person, hear your side of the story. Nothing more sinister than that. She'll be pleased to hear it. Head to Aquila City in the Cheyenne system. Check in with Justin Sneed, her security chief. And I would ask you to try and be polite. She's the only reason we're here.
while we scan your ship. And that's it. Enjoy that Aquila City air.
word to the wise. Avoid the stretch, especially Akis.
If you're looking for a sidearm, I recommend Laredo's firearm bag.
Tower's closed. Come back some other time. You're them, huh? I've got 2 rules for this little meeting. Rule number 1, you're not to share anything you discuss up there. This is a private matter, and we're going to keep it that way. Rule 2, you decide to get playful with that weapon, we're going to have serious problems. Think you can abide by those? Good. Miss Lance is waiting upstairs. You can go on up.
And that must make you our guest. Please, take a seat. Now, you may already know who I am. Raisha Lance, CEO, Laredo Firearms. And you, I know all about. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for the retreat. Truly, it's a project that's near and dear to my heart. I'm not the sole donor, but yes, the retreat is a project I've been trying to foster for some time now. My attempt to improve the plight of humanity, even if just in a minor way. Which is why I'm so thankful for your intervention on its behalf. Now, I presume Nevin already got you up to speed. I need details before I talk to the heads of the Trackers Alliance. Make sure their members understand the retreat's off limits. So if you don't mind, I'd like to just jump right into it. Lily here will be taking notes as we go. Now, Nevin said all the various incidents afflicting the retreat, they all stemmed from this pair of rogue bounty hunters. Do I have that right? Good. Lily, make sure we get a copy of all that, will you?
Yes, Miss Lance.
But Nevin did say you managed to get those 2 to leave the retreat alone. You mind my asking how you accomplished that? 2 trackers and you just talked them down? That's quite the feat. I'm interested in the details, though. How exactly did it all play out? I'm sure it was. I've dealt with trackers. They tend to be a focused sort. So, only other thing I wanted to ask, and I'm just looking for an opinion here, is there anything in your eyes that could have been done to prevent this happening? After everything I've heard from you and Nevin, I'm inclined to agree. It'll take time to get the right people in place for this kind of work, but I'll make sure it's addressed. But that should give me enough to present to the Alliance. Thank you for making the time. Now, what you did, well, it deserves something more than just a couple of firm thank yous. Here, I want you to have these. They're a rare make, but I think you've earned it. Now, was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we went our separate ways? It's something that's been on my mind for a while now. How best to help the galaxy's incarcerated population? Humanity's tried plenty of bad ideas. Throwing them in jail and forgetting about them. The UC gave that a go way back when. Took all their criminals to a penal colony on Suvorov and left them to their own devices. Well, those folks didn't appreciate that sort of treatment. Took over the colony. And now we call them the Crimson Fleet. Next, we tried making them pay fines instead of going to jail. Except if you don't have the money, that's no sort of improvement at all, is it? Bad idea after bad idea. I thought it was time we tried something new. That's where the plans for the retreat came from. Our attempt at doing things different. You make lots of friends in my position. Friends in the Freestar Collective, friends in the UC. The sort of people with influence over things. Like, say, how much a locality is allowed to spend on Alliance contracts each quarter. When the Alliance heads grasp that it's better for us all to be friends, I expect they'll leave the retreat well enough alone. That's kind of you, but without your help, it might have stayed just a goal. You have my sincere thanks. Now, if you'll excuse me, as you've seen, there's plenty to be done.
Keep everything on the level and we'll get along grand.
space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You are cleared to land in New Atlantis. Please enjoy your visit to Jemison.